Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170 The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty, joined as always by my co-host, Mr. Jason Hall, with the Carson Chargers and Team Home Loans.
Remember, we're going to keep them here in San Diego.
Okay.
Don't ask what your city can do for you. Ask what you can do for your city, and we will have a Charger team here if they do leave. We're going to keep that name, Kyle.
Love it. Newest addition to Team Home Loans, Mr. Angel Vallejo, and the man of the hour, Mr. James Cassady, State Farm Insurance. Before the break, James, we were talking about risk.
Yep.
We were talking about if they legalize marijuana, will that increase or decrease the risk? But let's talk about what you just did this past weekend. It's pretty high risk activity. Why don't you tell the listeners what you did this weekend?
I did Tough Mudder. It's a 10.3 mile run through Vale Lake, up the hills, through mud. Electroshock
now, is that the full
therapy.
one or is that the sprint one? Because they have a couple.
This is the full
Tough
one.
Mudder just has one distance.
Yeah, it's 10 plus. And it was through gas chambers, through electroshock therapy, through ice plunges, through mud, losing shoes, and while running 10.3 miles.
Which was your favorite obstacle?
Oh, gosh. Electroshock therapy.
Yeah.
It was like 20 feet of live wires hanging, some active, some not active. And I saw some big dudes go straight blackout down when they got hit. It's pretty crazy. And then it's
crazy.
Very unique thing is they look back when they wake up, like what happened.
Like
everybody, you watch them, the blackout.
You see it coming?
No.
It's about 30, 40 feet long.
That much.
No, it's 30, 40 feet long. All these little wires are hanging down, and you've got to just run through it and hope you don't go down. But if they hit you in the right spots, like the first time I did it, one hit me in the leg, and my leg just shut down for probably 2 minutes. I couldn't, I went down, I crawled out, and then I tried to stand up, and my leg just did not function. So you can just imagine if you get hit in the head, it just floors you.
My wife was the wisest of all because it's through mud as well. So there's kind of a couple obstacles that you go through while you're running through. So it's not just flat. She took the army crawl in through the mud up to her lips, like in the mud in the mouth, and didn't get hit at all because she went low. I went to the wall.
So the best part of doing a Tough Mudder is when you're done and you get to go grab a nice cold beer, and then you get to go back and watch everybody go through electroshock.
And it's right at the end.
And that's hands down the best part of the whole thing.
Can I just watch it? Can I just show up and not run and watch?
You actually have to pay to spectate. Yeah. The best part is when people do go to crawl, though, when they get their head up just a little bit too far and they get hit in the back of the head, their face is already in the mud. Yeah. Then they get hit the back of their head. Boom.
Straight down.
Right.
Straight down. And then usually the head hits the ground, bounces back up, hits the wire again, and then they get this fun little effect going.
Here's the question. Do you pay for this, and why would you do this?
Pay for torture?
Yeah.
It's kind of a little S&M.
Yeah. It's a challenge.
Is this so you could maybe smoke some more marijuana?
Is this? I was never a fan.
I know, I'm teasing you, but why would people do this? This sounds crazy. Why do you guys do that?
Because running for 2 or 3 hours gets boring. So you want to throw a little bit of a challenge in the mix. That's
camaraderie, team spirit. Like everybody's helping each other. There are 10-foot walls. You're muddy. You're trying to climb over these things that you normally can't climb over. But you've got people on your shoulders. People are on top pulling you up. People you don't know, and they're all there to help. The energy there is amazing. When you get so many people that are on same kind of philosophical, mental, physical plane as you, all doing the same stuff, it's empowering.
See, people like Angel and I, we get together in like a leadership group and go help people of need get together, and we get empowered to help them.
I needed to get up that,
and we don't feel like we get the same feeling. I would imagine a similar feeling without having to do some crazy stuff. What would you say, Angel? You agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, actually, it sounds super exciting, and it reminds me of I know they have one here in San Diego too, where the military actually come in and they have a kind of like a boot camp.
I did that a couple months ago.
Right. So is that kind of like way down on the low end of this type of challenge, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good start. It's fun. You do the obstacle course, military guys screaming in your ear. That's great. But getting out there with my wife and really it was her and I going at it.
Now that together. I like. See, that I like.
Super fun. I have a different perspective from my wife now after what she accomplished and what she was normally afraid of.
Right.
Afraid
Now,
of
see,
heights,
that,
and there's
now
some things that she
started to make
overcame
sense
that
to
was,
me. See, that makes sense now.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
But just doing my buddies didn't make sense. But doing with my wife and accomplishing some goals and doing some things, helping her get through and battling together.
I have a
that I
feeling
totally
she'd
get.
be the one helping you get through, Jason. Just saying.
I love you too, Kyle.
Just saying.
I love you. She helps me get through every day because I have to work with you, sir.
I love it.
It was certainly risky, though.
It's risky. So let's talk about risk.
Mm-hmm.
You're with State Farm Insurance out in Santee, one of the top insurance agents, in the area. Want to find out what are the things that you guys are doing over there at State Farm to manage, the risk of everyday life?
Well, you said it. We manage that risk of everyday life. It's our mission statement. We manage that risk of everyday life. We recover from the unexpected. Those are the disasters that happen. And then we help you realize exactly.
DUI, possibly stoned.
Someone was driving stoned and hit your car,
Actually,
and you were
speaking of risk,
underinsured.
when I did Tough Mudder last time, I busted my forehead wide open and was covered in blood. It was very fun. And luckily, they did
we still
stitches.
got a little stitch mark
They
there, I
did
think.
stitches on site at Tough Mudder to stitch my face back together.
Awesome. risky stuff. And then after all that, after we're managing those risks to protect your assets and your liabilities, your equity positions. When something does happen, we help you recover from that unexpected. And then once those things are secure, we can also help you realize your dreams. So we have financial products, bank products that can help you secure the dreams that you have. Whether you have a baby on the way and you're preparing for those wonderful things and you got to make sure that the wife's taken care of. If you weren't here, what would happen? Who's going to pay the mortgage? All those financial type of aspects, we definitely assist. And no one knows that we do that. We don't advertise that we do that.
Right. I mean, most people think of State Farm, although Jake was probably one of the most popular Halloween costumes this year, but everybody just thinks State Farm, they think insurance, they think, home insurance, they think auto insurance. So what are some of the other specific things that you guys offer that people listening to the show right now might not know about?
Life insurance. And that's how I got involved in the business. I thought that, wife dies, I get paid. I die, she gets paid. But I realized that there was, during my conversation with my State Farm insurance agent at the time, a 45-minute conversation turned into 2.5 hours, and there was a lot more that you can do with it. Living
you're
benefits,
scaring me right now.
Use some of that monies for retirement, supplement your retirement income, a lot of different things. That's what got me involved in it. So auto, home, life, retirement products, financial services,
mortgage products,
bank and health.
Yeah,
Bank and health.
they
And
do
health
everything.
is very important right now.
You guys got a real estate office yet?
No.
Oh, he was pausing, Kyle.
No.
He's
No.
like, it's probably on the dream board somewhere at State Farm.
But Kyle and I talk somewhat regularly now about my real estate needs, my clients' real estate needs, and back and forth. And then you and I should be talking about the mortgage needs.
Absolutely, you're right.
All that
You're right with that.
stuff.
James is just to let everybody know, James and I are somewhat connected because
Family.
his brother married my sister-in-law. So we are family through marriage, and we see each other
Every time we go on the radio
every
show.
time we go on the radio.
That's about it.
Kyle can
So I
reconnect
get
us.
to see him as much as his distant relative gets to see him?
You're
Is that
our
what you're saying?
matchmaker.
His brother went and lived on an island in the middle of nowhere for like 18 months with his wife and his child. And it was nuts for all of us to be like, how can you live in the middle of nowhere? But they just wanted to get away, disconnect, raise their child away from all the craziness of the United States. And they were able to see the good and some of the bad that happens when you're in the middle of nowhere. But at least we had the internet. And because of all that, we were able to actually see their faces and see, our nieces kind of grow up when we all weren't there. But I think we all at least wanted to go visit one time. And did you ever get a chance to get there and visit?
Oh, man. And you know what? I'm going to have him take me because I know he'll go back. Like,
What island was it?
It's a small island in the middle of nowhere. That's the best way I could say it.
Are these the people
Grenada.
that made rum?
I think
Yeah.
you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they made rum. Yes, it's the Grenadine Islands.
Grenadine Islands.
And
It's like as far south as you can get within the Caribbean Islands. It's like right
Yeah.
next to Colombia.
Yeah.
Like you took the east coast of Colombia.
and they were the
Atlantic
three
Ocean, it's
white
right
people
there.
on the island.
Yeah.
And she went to school, our niece preschool was the only white gal. And she learned some bad habits, but they've now, I think, corrected some of those. And she's a wonderful little girl.
Here, Beth.
But she would literally say, like, I'm going to kill you because that's normal on the island. That was like their slang word of like awesome or, what's up, dude? It's like, I'm going to kill you. It was like weird.
They need to bring some of that rum over here so we can sample it. There's a lot of these shows, especially even in this studio, that sample beer on a regular basis. We should sample some rum in here. That's what I'm talking about.
We have some because I don't drink it. I got a bunch of samples. They're still.
Don't bring it to the office because it won't last long, but you can bring it here to the studio. I think alcohol will last a lot longer here than at the Whissel Realty office. So.
Quality check.
Love it. We're going to head to a break. When we get back, want to talk to Mr. James Cassady, State Farm Insurance, a little bit more about recovering from the unexpected in your life. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays on AM 1170, The Answer.
Well, I heard you